Alright, welcome back everybody. M-Dog here, and we are gonna finally check out Kuori. I haven't fished for Bream at Kuori in a while, although I think Bream have been good at Kuori for a while. So we're at 67,100. When I first heard about Bream at Kuori, I was hearing about people fishing off the key, the rock that looks like a finger, but then soon thereafter I heard that 67,100 might even be better, so I thought we'd come try it, just see kind of how it looks. It's a little early for Bream, but I kind of, when I've got time, it's always nice to sort of ease into Bream time. So you can kind of see exactly when they're becoming more active. So we are at 18, 19, and 20 meters here on the clips, and no fish yet, just threw the lines in the water, and we'll see when they start coming in if we can get a decent one. I am using cottage cheese dough on all three. I still argue that Old Berg is probably, if you're just trying to get a big trophy, Old Berg is still probably the place to be, but if you look at different regions, on a couple of the regions, you'll see Kuori sneak in there. To be fair, I think a lot of people just think of, when they're going for Bream, they are more likely to try Old Berg. But I don't think that, I mean, there's so many more of the top Bream at Old Berg than Kuori. I suspect that, again, you're probably better off there overall. But some nice ones have been coming out here too, north of 6 kilos, which would be among my best Bream ever if we were to get one like that. I have at a 6.5 kilo at Old Berg. Fat old Bream. If I'm not mistaken, the only ones that have been blue tags have been called at Volkov. Is that right? I think that is correct. I don't know that at Kuori or at Berg it's ever gone to blue tag. I think we've looked at this before. And I also think if you look at when those Bream were called at Volkov, it was all back in the day. So that's kind of weird, right? We need to have another absolute Bream show up here. I mean, the most recent one is like 3 years ago. So that's kind of a weird phenomenon there. And what changed? I don't know. Eastern Bream got introduced into the game. Did they decide to sort of change the normal parameters around regular Bream? It's just odd, right? But anyway, those big boy Bream, the blue tags, have only ever come out at Volkov. And I don't think it's been, like, I don't remember the last time I heard about somebody catching a blue tag regular Bream. And now someone maybe can correct me. But yeah, I don't know. Be nice to see one. By the way, early 1 kilo Bream. It's not even 8 p.m. yet, so that's a good sign. How many did we end up getting? 6, 12, 18. I think we ended up getting like 20, maybe more, north of 20, over 1 kilo last time we did this at Old Berg. I should mention, this will probably be my last fishing video for the week. I'm currently out of town. I'm scheduling these videos to be released. And we're right on the eve of leaving, so I don't think I'll get another one in, just as a heads up. So I'll probably release this one Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'll be back Friday. So for what that's worth. I really hope maybe Saturday afternoon or evening I can finally get another stream in. We haven't been able to get live streams in quite as frequently recently. A, because of my schedule and so many vacations we've had recently, and B, because frankly I've just not been playing the game as much. I'm playing a lot of Final Fantasy online. Really been getting back into that, trying to create a series, kind of having fun at low levels in the video series we've been doing over there as well. Then I've pre-recorded some of those to release this week, so perhaps you've seen them as well. But yeah, we'll see. I haven't decided to stream Final Fantasy 14, but I've definitely been tempted with that idea. I just don't know. I really like my RF4 community. I doubt many of those folks would want to watch Final Fantasy 14, and I have no sort of inroads into the Final Fantasy 14 community, which is okay. I mean, I can just turn the stream on and talk to a couple people that show up, perhaps. But I don't know. When I stream, it's just nice to hang out with the folks that sort of I'm already familiar with and enjoy hanging out with. So I don't know. We'll see. Not sure what we'll do. It'll be interesting to have this week at the beach. We're going to get some IRL fishing in and a lot of good time with family. And then coming back from that, I'll just see kind of how I'm feeling. If there's been any interesting things going on in RF4, and see how much we want to get back into streaming. I am really tempted, since it is early. I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff here at Kuori. It is kind of expensive, but I'm tempted to run up. I mean, it's kind of a long way, but I wouldn't mind making 2 or 3 more batches of Bream mix. See if we can get lucky on a 10 out of 10. I could do some kind of like special blend. What would we put in there? Perhaps cheese? Would Bream like cheese? I mean, we are using cottage cheese dough. Could be interesting. I always like making homemade. I wish that you could put straight cottage cheese. I guess to be fair, do I know for sure that you can't do that? Fresh milk is, it's not that expensive. Can you do... How much cheese can you put into... Okay, so you can't do like cottage cheese. Okay. So we could add cheese, I guess. There's no way that's going to hurt anything, I wouldn't think. All right, so pearl barley. Maggots. Where's the millet porridge? And then anise oil. And sometimes we've even used garlic or isn't it like spicy garlic? Spicy garlic in the mix. Could try it. Do we want to go spicy garlic or just use anise oil if we're going to add cheese? I think we just do anise oil. see if we have any fish on. It's a decent bream here. That's what we want to see. I'm thinking about moving that, the one on the far left that's at 18. I'm thinking about moving that to 19 or 20. I think we've caught more on the second and third line, haven't we? I think so. All right, let's see what we want to do. All right, so bream would be maggots, millet, porridge. So let's go. Pearl barley, maggots. What else came up when we saw maggots? Magic hemp, gotcha. Maggots, millet porridge. Oh, that was interesting. Condensed milk, powdered milk. Cheese, and we'll do the real deal cheese. And we'll go anise oil. Oh, 10 out of 10? You're kidding me. Beautiful. Clip's a little too far to see the fish bite, unfortunately. If we were using like a 12 clip or something, we'd probably see the bream come right up to the line. It's weird, we've had that nibble on the first line for a while now. Instead of moving the clip, I'm just going to step forward a few feet and cast it from a little closer to the water. Oof. Really curious what size this is, kind of how it's handling it. It's a nice one. Not quite strong enough to just like go for a run, but strong enough to definitely like be a little weird. .6. Glad we left that one at 18. The only one we don't have the new ground bait on is the middle one, but I think I'm just going to leave it for a little longer. Surely we'll get a fish on there eventually. Look how far back they are. And that first one was even further far back before I moved it up. Yeah, maybe we should go ahead and switch it. These look like some healthy bream right now. This is going to be 2 kilo, I think. So cool. You can just see the bream in the water there. See, he's just kind of swimming side to side. Oh, wait. Boy, that looks a little weird, doesn't it? Is that a bream? Yeah, it is. It looked just a little long. 3.9. Holy moly. Not every fish fights the same. Oh my goodness. These are some healthy bream right now. Alright, we're going to pull that middle rod in and recast it. Nice to see cottage cheese dough working well here. Yeah, some nice 3 in a row, all over 1.5 kilo, and a couple of beefy ones. Not sure that we're quite getting the volume of fish that we were at Berg, but the quality's nice. Some of that volume at Berg also was the undersized ones. We really, since it got to be bream time, we haven't seen a bunch of small ones mixed in with the big ones, so that's nice. There it goes. pretty spot to fish. Kuori Lake. In case you missed it, this is the PVA we're using. It's really just regular Bream ground bait plus cheese. Which, if nothing else, you know, gives you a few more pieces of ground bait because there's an extra ingredient. $2.3. It's been a fun little Bream spot, hasn't it? We're at 8 right now. We're just never going to get to the amount we had at Old Berg. Over a kilo, but it feels like the quality of the Bream are slightly better on average so far. We'll see if that keeps up. Woo! Another nice one. I mean, really nice. 2.8. Overall, I do think the shorter clip is a little slower. So this one's 19, this one's 20. The first one's 18, and though it has caught some decent ones, it feels a little slower than the farther clip. We are still using loop rig. Sun's coming up. I really like these Bunison rods though. And those Titan reels. Bream fishing in luxury. It will be funny if if we get a trophy and it came in on the shorter clip after what I've said about 19 and 20. Alright, that's a smaller one. Nibble, nibble, nibble. I thought there was one on there. Then I got nervous that I picked it up too soon, but I guess we're good. Not the bream we're looking for. So now we're getting some of the small ones mixed in. It's a little early for that to be happening, but it's happening. Well, nibbles everywhere, but Well, at times it felt very promising here. We did get a couple of juicy ones, but this has by no means is this producing like the old Berg spot did, at least right now. Looks like, for me at least, Old Berg still seems king overall. Although this spot, or Kuori in general, may have been just straight better at different times. Like I think Kuori has been producing Bream for the last couple weeks at least. Maybe longer than that now. I just haven't gotten over here to try them. And it's still doing okay. And fish sell for a little bit more at Kuori potentially, but okay, it's another decent one. Yeah, I messed that cast up big time. I think I'm just going to go till about 8. Like, they're going okay, but they're not popping off like you want them to. This is trophy time, but I think they've gotten less interesting, unfortunately, as we've gotten a little bit into the morning here. Holy cow. It was weird because it had swam towards shore, so it just seemed like a small one at first, and then all of a sudden it seemed bigger. 2.2, okay. It's a little better. Does line 1 have a fish on? White bream. Wow. All right, we'll give it another minute. So what have we ended up at here? 6, 12, 15. It actually ended up being better than it seemed like it was going to be. It's not that much different than Old Berg, I guess. I mean, I think we had at least 20 over a kilo. But that's only a 5 fish difference, and I think we also fished till like 9:30 or so. It's possible we could get 1 or 2 more if we waited that long. I just don't think I'm going to. We'll try to see next fish, see what the next fish ends up being, but don't know how much it matters. But at Old Berg we had some overcast weather when we did the bream test there, so a little different conditions as well. Ooh. It's another nice one. Okay. This is more what you'd expect to see this time of day. All right, I think that should do it. It's 9 a.m. Let's go see how we did. Check Cafe and sell us some Bream. $31 fish. I kept everything. I think when I kept everything at Old Berg, though, didn't we have 46, 47 fish, something like that? There were smaller ones mixed in too, but there were a few more large ones as well. Man, back in the day, we used to fish off camp for burbot. I haven't done that in a long time, though. $140 silver. Not bad for a night. No Bream orders. So it will be 140 silver. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are selling for a little bit more here than they did at Old Berg. All right, there's some Bream at Kuori. Hope you all have had a good week and continue to have a good week this week. Tight lines, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you soon. All right? Till next time.